How's it going, everyone? Beamswork have sent me some new products to review. First up, we've got the compact R36 compact fluorescent aquarium light. This is a clip-on light, taking a step back from their usual LED lights that they do, going back to fluorescent. Some people prefer to use that and don't really want to venture into LED, so this is primarily designed for them. Designed mainly for nano tanks or tanks of the smaller variety that need to be open top. You wouldn't be able to use this if you didn't have an open top tank. It's 6500K, which is an ideal spectrum for planted tanks. You can use it on normal freshwater as well. It doesn't have to be a planted tank, but it has been designed primarily for planted tanks. Everything you need is included in the pack. It does come in a few pieces, so you do need to assemble it, and I'll show you those bits now and show you how it all connects together. Okay, so here's all the bits you get in the box. You get the main power unit itself, which the tubes connect into, and you get the mounting bracket and screw, which also connect to that. And then you get a hood with a reflector to reflect all the light down. The hood's an opaque green colour, which is fantastic. Changed their usual black units that they do. Very, very simple to connect. So if you take the main power unit and your mounting bracket, don't worry about which way you've got it on at the moment. Just take the screw it into the bottom, and then what you want to do is just twist the bracket so that the outside of the bracket is the same size as the cable. Turn the unit over and take your light. It doesn't matter which way around you have it, that just really simply clips into place. Then take your hood, and your hood just slides straight on like so. So there's your unit. The bracket that's on there allows you to move the light back and forth and side to side, whichever way you want. You've got the two mounting screws there, which you just tighten up against the glass. Everything's really well made, nice sturdy plastic. On the back you've got a single switch, on and off, and obviously the power cable that comes out, and this one is pre-fitted with a UK plug. I'm sure wherever you live, and you can buy these, they'll either come with the plug for your area or some kind of adapter so that they work. I've got a spare tank which I'm going to set up and show you how to mount it onto the tank itself. Okay, I've got a spare tank here. The light is very, very simple to connect. You just place it over the glass on the tank, do up the two screws that connect the bracket to the glass, and that's it. The issue I have is that it's pretty much the same with anything that you get clip-on for your aquarium. I would like to see protective rubber between plastic and glass, not only to protect glass when you're screwing things to it. I just think it gives that a little bit more grip, because you can still slide it around. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere, but just for peace of mind, I think they should be supplied with some kind of rubber grip or rubber protector, whatever you want to call it. The light unit itself, it's around about 14 inches long from tank to edge of light. You can adjust it back a bit to make it smaller, and that works out around about 12 inches, something like that. So it gives you that little bit of play. You can also adjust the light side to side, whichever way you want, with the bracket it's got on there, just in case you wanted to aim the light a little bit more over a certain area. I love the green opaque look to it. Generally Beamswork tend to do black, that I think they've even got some silver light, so it's nice to see something a little bit different. Just slide that off. As I showed you before, fluorescent tubes, 4 tubes in one, simple push-in 4-pin connector. You can get spare tubes from Beamswork, that's not an issue. 6500K, perfect spectrum for planted tanks. On the underside of the light hood itself, you've got a reflector, so it's going to reflect all the light down to the bottom of the tank. And on the back of the light unit, you've got a single switch which is on and off. So if I leave that on, you can see how bright that light is. There shouldn't be any issues with this penetrating to the bottom of the tank to reach carpet plants, anything like that. I don't see any issues at all. Unfortunately, I stood on my Senai and broke it, so I can't take any PAR readings. So I do need to try and get hold of a new light meter somehow, whenever I can afford it. Put that back on. On the front of the unit, you've got the Odyssey sticker. And you can see this ridged effect on the front, which just give it a slightly nicer look. It's a very well built light. Everything's sturdy plastic. There's no metal on here, so no metal is going to corrode, apart from obviously the reflector that you've got the chance of getting water scale on there if you get splashes of water, so you do need to keep an eye on that and keep it clean. But as I showed you, it's very simple to actually take the hood off to clean that. Slide that back on again. I'm not sure on the price of this. I do need to get in touch with Beamswork and ask them how much it's going to be sold for. I think it's going to be around about the £40–50 mark, which I think is good value. Beamswork create very reliable lights that don't seem to let people down. I've got a Beamswork LED light on my Roma 90, which I've got downstairs, and that's still going strong. In actual fact, they've sent me a few bits to show you different ways to mount them, which I'm going to do in a future video. But I can highly recommend this light for nano small tanks. If people want any more information on it, or something that I've missed out or not said, then feel free to leave me a comment in the video. I hope this has helped a few people out. Maybe they've been looking for a compact light like this, and showing you how it all goes together. It's nice and simple. Highly recommend it. So take care, everyone. I've got another video coming up next, which is going to be a new version of the Beamswork LED light, which will be the more medium to high end spectrum. But thank you very much for watching, and take care. Feel free to comment, give me a thumbs up. I'll answer any questions I can in the comments below. So take care, everyone. Bye. I just decided to connect the light up on my son's shrimp tank, just so you can see it working and see the colours of the tank itself. You can see underneath the cryptocorin the shadow where the light doesn't penetrate through the crypt, but the crypt is quite thick. But if I move over to the open areas, you can see the light's nice and bright, and reaching the bottom really well. So I don't think it'll be a problem for carpeting plants. This tank is only a very small tank. It's only around about 12 inches long, and the light unit itself at its shortest size is about 12 inches. I think really for this light you need to have around about 18-inch tank, something like that. You could always switch the bracket round if you wanted to and have it facing the other way, but I think it might look a little bit unsightly. I mean, that'd be personal preference, but it is a very nice light. As I say, I can't give you PAR readings because I no longer have the Senai, because it's broken and I do need to replace it. But the shrimp that are in here would be quite happy. I don't know if you remember these shrimp that I've got in here, called Hong Kong black shrimp. The more and more these breed, the more and more colours they get. They're a little bit tiger-like in a way, with a gold banding that goes down the back. Let's see if I can zoom in on that one. They're absolutely beautiful shrimp, prolific breeders. They're constantly breeding. You can see there. I mean, these are just the ones that are on view. I mean, they are everywhere in the tank. You can see the light does a really good job of getting down the bottom there. So there you have it. This is the Odyssey compact R36 light made by Beamswork. Thank you for watching, everyone.